Welcome to DBL. Welcome back, Erica Cobb.
Oh, thank you.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Not if you watched our earlier shows.
Indeed.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, and we've been to Vegas with Erica.
Yes.
Yes, we have. It's a good time.
Yeah,
Good
it
time.
is.
All right, so let's get to it. So let's talk about this because the popular fast food restaurant Wendy's is making headlines. They are preparing to test out surge pricing, where the cost of items on their menus will change throughout the day depending on demand. That means a burger and fries may cost more during the lunch and dinner rush. In a statement, the company said, quote, dynamic pricing allows Wendy's to be more competitive and flexible with pricing, motivating customers to visit and provide them with the food they love at a great value. So the company says that they will test this out at locations starting next year, but some experts are saying this may backfire, with customers revolting against paying more. DBL Nation, always want to hear from you. Would you still go to Wendy's if they introduce surge pricing? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. Makes me think of Uber, how some of those prices are sky high. This is, common with ride shares, not so common with fast food.
Well, it's common with everything. I mean, bars have happy hour. It's an off time where you can get the same things on the menu, but they're cheaper, maybe a different proportion, but the same thing. Same with sporting events. It's going to be more expensive to go see the Colorado Rockies play the Yankees than it would be for them to play another team. So I think we are kind of used to it. It's weird to happen in real time like this, and we all just kind of look to fast food as this one comforting thing where we always know it's going to be consistent. But it might work for people that work off hours. I know if you're a broke college student, I would eat at 2:30 rather than 4. I know I'm going to be hungry. If I know it's going to be half price, I'm in.
But you just said the word that I think it's going to be the problem. I'd love to hear your guys' take, but I go to fast food for many reasons. No, but I go to fast food because of the consistency. I know it's I know the same price. I know it's going to taste the exact same. If you're charging me up and down, you've changed the vibe of what I'm going for. If it's your mac and cheese and it's your rock and you go there for that sameness, this kind of feels like it's now trying to be a restaurant or something like that. And by the way, Wendy's is now the most expensive fast food chain in the U.S. after costs rose 35%. So I don't.
35%?
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a lot for a family, and it's a lot for a family to not know at what time I'm going to get dinner at the same price if I'm following a strict budget.
Well, yeah,
what do you think, Jeff?
Everything is going up, price is going up, and we want to pretend that the economy is great and everyone's thriving, and it's not. I see it in every day with my kids. I see it at the grocery store. I see it in the fast food lines, and this is just another reason. Stock prices for the stockholders, the shareholders, their value needs to go up. They need a reason to stick around, right? That means their product needs to go up, and everything in life is going up. And if you're going to surge those prices at a specific time, that's not a good marketing tool. I don't know if they're trying to market it or people are finding that out. I do have a strategy though for Wendy's.
Tell.
Things, if they want to raise their prices, should get a little bit bigger. Wendy's should be a little bit more grown up. Things should get a little bit more voluptuous as the night goes on. The burgers included.
Voluptuous? You mean the burger should get
voluptuous burger?
More?
Yeah.
The chicken breasts
no, he
should
said
be
the
more
burgers
voluptuous.
included.
See what I'm getting?
Like
the burgers are going to get bigger.
Hooters?
I didn't say that.
You said the burgers included.
Right, well, Wendy's going to grow up a little bit too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Erica is in shock.
What do you mean? That's a good marketing
from Magic
tool.
Mike,
A little
and I'm
dirty
like,
Wendy.
Dirty Wendy. Wendy's after dark.
Yeah.
Ah,
see what I'm
Wendy
saying?
turns into
and
a
then
Wendy.
you raise prices so you get a little, hey, what's going on in there?
Oh, okay.
a little
All
sexy
right.
Wendy.
Sexy,
Yeah.
sex
What
sells.
about during the day?
Then
I
you
gotta
just
pay
keep the
more?
prices the same.
Oh, you keep the prices the same.
But I'm just saying, if you want to raise prices, give a little something to
I'm
the
so
consumer.
sick of these corporations saying it's inflation when it's clearly price gouging.
Totally agree.
When you see all the CEOs making billions of dollars, you ain't hurting. You're not. Sorry, I didn't
Get off
tell
your
that.
yacht.
No, you did. I like it.
It's just frustrating to me that they keep saying it's inflation when it's clearly price gouging,
Because
Erica.
it works.
Yeah, well, yeah, it works because of people like you, Al, who are defending it.
Defending
I'm
what?
just kidding. You were like, well, this is how everything works. I don't know if the happy hour thing really applies here, because most of the time you're talking about a different offering. Like if it's going to be, you can get those chicken wings after 5 p.m. for a certain price, but during this time we'll offer you less chicken wings for a less price, but this is the only time we're doing it. This is talking about the same offering, just different prices depending on when you go. My issue is, for me, food or fast food was it was a treat. Like that, when I was growing up, that was like a big thing if we got to go to one of those places. And when I go there now, it's really more for nostalgia than anything else because I'm looking for a very specific thing, and it should be a very specific taste. But when you go now, it's like they only put the toppings on the fourth lower side of the quadrant of the burger. Like, you know, the tomato is not tomatoing. There's like, you know, there's so much where you're like, can we just stack it on and make it look like something and then maybe like make it taste the way that we have it, you know, are used to it tasting? So I feel like that's my bigger thing. Like we're paying more for lesser of a product.
And what about the people where they depend on it? Right?
Yeah,
like in the food deserts and stuff where they're like, we're going to Wendy's right now because, you know, this is what we can afford and we can't go to an Outback Steakhouse, which is also on the way out. Allegedly. So it's just like, I don't know. I think this is definitely going to backfire. I know you have you think that somehow people are going to know to go in at like 2:30. I don't think people are going to know until, like Jeff, you mentioned with like Starbucks, like you're not going to know in the past. You're just going to show up and you're used to your $11.33.
That's the consistency I'm saying.
Then, and then all of a sudden they're going to be like, no, it's $17 because of the surge.
But like
that extra $5.
But it's everything else. Once the consumer accepts that, everyone's going to do it. Processing fees, tickets. Nobody knows what that is. Nobody knows what surcharge for what. What are you talking about? People just pay it. We as consumers have to fight back. We're not going to Wendy's anymore. You want to surge those prices? Unfortunately for airlines and concerts.
And that's why we should have a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which you do. But if you really want to say it, Trump and all those other people want to slash that. That is important for things that we're talking about right now.
Yeah, we need
having a consumer advocate in the government is necessary.
There is another side of this coin, guys, in that there are people that are saying this meal was $11. If I go 2 hours early, or it's $7.
Wait,
that can save a lot of money.
You're trapped in that line and you don't know until you get to the front.
I don't know if it's up and down like the NASDAQ. I think it's going to be pretty regulated.
All right. Let's see what our viewers have to say. All right. Would you still go to Wendy's if they introduced the surge pricing? 93% of you say no.
I'll be there, Wendy's.
7% with Albert.
Some of us aren't fair weather.